Hello students, last time we have dealt with the old concept to identify the oxidation and reduction reactions. Now in this part we will be dealing with the modern concept of oxidation and reduction reactions. And in this modern concept to divide the oxidation and reduction reaction, two concepts are included, and the very first concept on the basis of which we will be defining oxidation and reduction reactions is electronic concept. And according to this electronic concept, oxidation is defined as the process where the loss of electron occurs. For example, if I talk about sodium metal, so since it's electropositive in nature, it will convert into sodium cation by the loss of electron. And since here in the process of conversion of sodium into sodium cation, electron is going to be lost. So this can be taken as the example of oxidation reaction. Such as if I talk about cuprous ion, so it will be having the formula Cu1 plus. If it's going to be converted into cupric cation in any chemical reaction, then this can occur only by the loss of electron. So this is the example of oxidation reaction. On the other hand, if I talk about the process where the gaining of electron occurs, then this kind of process where the gain of electron occurs, then this is defined as the opposite of this oxidation reaction, and this is called reduction reaction. Such as if I take the example of an electronegative element, if we start with the oxygen atom, so since it's an electronegative element, it will go for the loss gaining of electron, and by the gaining of 2 electron, it can be converted into oxide anion. Same as if I talk about plumbic cation, so it is Pb4 plus ion. If I am to convert this into plumbous ion, that is Pb2 plus cation, then in this condition, these two reactions are possible only by the gaining of electron. So since here we are going to gain the electron by these substances, these can be defined as the reduction reactions. And this electronic concept is useful to identify the oxidation and reduction reactions when these are given in the ionic form. So now this is about the electronic concept. Now we will be dealing with the next concept of this modern theory, and that is defined as the oxidation number concept. That is the second concept to define the oxidation and reduction reaction, and this is known as oxidation number concept or oxidation state concept. According to this theory, oxidation is defined as the process where the increase in oxidation state occurs. So if it is the process where the increase in oxidation state occurs, it will be identified as the process that is known as oxidation process. Or on the other hand, if the decrease in oxidation state or oxidation number occurs, then this will be identified as the process of reduction. So here we can see that to identify the oxidation and reduction reaction for those reactions which are quite complex in nature, first of all, we are to identify the oxidation state of element at the site of reactant and at the product side. Now, how the oxidation number is going to change, whether it's going to increase or it's going to decrease. On the basis of this, we can say that whether this one is an example of oxidation reaction or reduction reaction. But before we go to the identify the oxidation state of any element, first of all we are to understand that what do we mean by this oxidation state and how can we find the oxidation number of any element in a compound or in an element. So now we will be dealing with this oxidation number and the rules to assign this oxidation number. In short, this oxidation number can be defined as the charge per atom. Or the another short definition what we can use for this oxidation number is, it is defined as the charge on a given element in the molecule. For example, if I talk about hydrogen chloride, so as we know that this one is a covalent molecule where this hydrogen and chlorine atoms are bonded by a single covalent bond. But due to the high electronegativity of chlorine, here a partial negative charge develops on chlorine atom and a partial positive charge develops on hydrogen atom. Now, if I consider the oxidation number of these two atoms, then since this chlorine is having negative charge on this due to its high electronegativity, then it will be having -1 oxidation number, while this hydrogen it will be having +1 oxidation number. If I take the another example, again I am using a covalent molecule, that is water. So in this water, this hydrogen is bonded with one oxygen atom, and this oxygen is satisfying its valency by connecting with another hydrogen atom. So here if I talk about this bond, which is this oxygen atom and this hydrogen atom, due to the high electronegativity of oxygen, it will be having partial negative sign on it, and the oxidation number or the charge developed on this can be taken as -1. While this hydrogen, due to its less electronegativity, it will become positively charged, and I can say that the oxidation number of this hydrogen is +1. On the other hand, this hydrogen atom will again show the same behavior what the another hydrogen atom has shown here. It will be having again +1 charge on it, and due to its +1 charge, to make the compound neutral, this oxygen will be having -1 charge. So in the simpler term, I can say that this oxygen is having -2 oxidation state of it, while these two hydrogen atoms are having +1 oxidation state, since it's the charge per atom. So now if I am to define the oxidation state, here we can see that this is the charge, which is the imaginary charge. Here hydrogen atom is not having +1 charge on it, it's the imaginary charge. What I have calculated, considering this, that this hydrogen atom is connected with a more electronegative atom, fluorine. So if we calculate the charge of elements present in a molecule, considering the electronegativity of these elements which are connected with each other, then this kind of imaginary charge is termed as oxidation number. Basically, it's the imaginary charge or arbitrary concept, but sometimes when we talk about the ionic compounds, then this charge is considered as the real charge. Such as if I talk about the ionic compound sodium chloride, then this ionic compound is formed by the reaction of sodium cation, what is the real charge of it, and the chlorine atom is having the real charge on it, that is -1. It is present in the form of chloride ion. Then here the oxidation number of this sodium is 1+, while the oxidation number of chlorine is 1-, that is the real charges present on them. So this is about the oxidation number concept.